My presentation will deal with the theme The Writer in His Time. We are going to deal with the writer in his wartime. Indeed, a lot of poem is of the theme of the war. Some are pejorative, of other one more surprising, not at all. We are going to try to understand as full the time of the writer, how it is to represent the war. Let us begin to study here a plan which allows us to study the evolution of the vision of the war during the 20th century. By leaving off the poem The Soldier by Rupert Brooke, we showed us highly rated, patriotic and important of the war, until the poem by Wilfred Owen, Dolce et Decorum Est, who show us the real distress of war. To begin, it is necessary to know that the war always has to inspire the author of poetry of various ways. We are going to begin by analyzing Rupert Brooke's poem. This poem isn't afraid of enchanting the war. It is an expression of romantic, idealistic and patriotic feelings. This poem is a sonnet. First, the poet is writing about the war. He imagines a young soldier going to war. He knows that there is a chance that he could die in a battle. But the soldier also expresses his love for his homeland in a very patriotic poem. This poem gives a very positive and optimistic vision of the war, without any details about the suffering and the pain of the soldiers. Once he is dead, the soldier wants people to remember him as an Englishman, a representative of Britain. The soldier thinks that England is the best nation, a nation whose soil is superior to that of other nations. That's why he thinks that the soil of the foreign nation will be fertilized by his corpse if he dies abroad. In the first stanza, the poet evokes nature with some expression. It's paradoxal to describe happiness in a war poem. He doesn't insist on the sinister aspect of death because this poem was written at the beginning of the war. We understand that the poem is going to incite young people as to join the war. He showed the war as a positive and patriotic thing. The patriotic spirit is very important at this moment. To continue, we are going to deal with Wilfred Owen's poem, which shows an image of the more realistic war. The title means it is honorable and sweet. This title isn't appropriate when you read the whole poem. Indeed, this poem is known for the image of horror which it evokes, and its condemnation of the war. He tells the story of a group of soldiers forced to make a way in the mud It told the story of a group of soldiers forced to make a way in the mud to shelter a 1,050-meter explosive shell with fall to the back. This is when beat down around them gas shells asphyxiation. The soldiers rush to put on their gas masks. In the jostling, one of them is taken by surprise and gassed. Wilfred Owen hammers then one by one in a flashback with which is associates the reader, each of his vision perceived through the Glockwood windows of the gas mask. We see immediately another vision of the war which takes shape. Indeed, in 1917 the war is real. The soldiers come back from the front and they are totally traumatized. We realize the horror of the war. Owen describes well it in the poem. The realism of the poet leads the step-by-step reader toward the conclusion at the same time the protester. It is justifiable to pursue the lie of the glory and the beauty of the war. We see the real difference. The patriotic spirit fades. To conclude, we can answer at the problem, the time in which the writer evolves plays on its representation of the war a lot. As we see it here, a poem writes in the beginning of untrained war, people has to join the fight by forgetting of mortal aspect. But a poem written at the end of Ra is going to tell the truth, the horror.